They said, get it greedy. I told them, go greedy. They said, get it greedy. I told them, go greedy. They said, get it greedy. I told them, go greedy. It's your chance to do your dance like it's your birthday.
Man, look here. I've said it once. I've said it multiple times. I've said it from the jump. This broad, Megan Thee Stallion, that's a lying ass bitch. I said it. I said it. I've said it many times. I said it 100 million times from the jump. That broad line and the truth is finally come to light. You know, what's done in the dark is always going to come to the light. So this is no excuse. About time that the evidence finally points that Kelsey was the one that shot the gun. Tory is an innocent man. And now they tried to kill Tory Lanez and stuff like that. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They tried to kill him because the truth was coming out. And it's the sad reality. Let's be real. You know they tried to kill him because they found out the truth. The truth was coming out in light. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to wonder if that whole thing with the Rock Nation thing is true. Because, you know, if you noticed, a lot of streamers and stuff was talking about Rock Nation been sending them stuff to the door. Wasn't that Deshae Frost saying something like that? And there's a few other streamers saying something about the Rock Nation was going after them and something like that. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that part's true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not, because come to find out, on top of that whole thing of Tory getting stabbed, the person that stabbed him had money put on his books, so it was a hit. Get that man out of jail immediately. Get that man out of jail. Flat out. But so we going to just check this video out from Pink Book Lessons. I love her channel. Go subscribe to her if you haven't. Definitely tell her I sent you. And we definitely going to get into this video here. The lies of Megan Thee Stallion destroyed Tory Lanez and ended his life. Basically, the truth being exposed. We've been saying this for the longest. We've been saying Marcus the Stallion needed to go to jail. And that's pretty much it. And we're just going to get straight to it. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the deal. Let's go.
Like it should have been for the Tory Lanez trial, because to see the way Tory Lanez is poked up in the hospital, and the guy that did it got money on his books.
It's insane.
Right after.
It's insane.
It was a hit.
It was.
And now, bodyguards
What?
saying that it was never Tory. Like I said, how did he pull that off? He was high out of his mind. He wasn't even sober enough to hit the one in the middle. And he's as big as
Right, them big ass motherfucking chicks.
lying ass Megan. So that you can do Airbnbs and be a Harajuku Barbie in real life and be a fake anime character and make ramen with weirdos. That you did all of that. You put that man's life on the line for that.
That's wild.
These ain't nothing. All of these rap hoes ain't nothing but setup queens.
I told y'all.
Jaguar Wright reacting to the latest drama involving Tory.
And you know, that's crazy. Jaguar Wright, of all people, making 100% sense about the whole situation. Well, you know, she wasn't far off about the Diddy shit either, so I don't know if she's the person we should listen to as far as that. But it's insane, though, bruh. It's very much insane. Kelsey and Marcus the Stallion need to both go to jail. Flat out.
Tory Lanez.
These ain't nothing. All of these rap hoes ain't nothing but setup queens.
Jaguar Wright reacting to the latest drama involving Tory Lanez. Tory was attacked in prison this week. 14 wounds from a sharp object, 7 to the back, 4 to the torso, 2 to the back of the head, and 1 to the left side of his face.
Wow.
Both lungs collapsed as
that?
a result of this attack by another inmate, and the timing, very suspicious. This went down after Meg Thee Stallion and her team were allegedly alerted to new evidence that could flip the whole case on its head. Evidence suggesting Tory is innocent. Yeah, the narrative that's had him locked up for over 2.5 years was built on shaky ground. And hey, let's call it what it is. It was built.
Hey, look, and I'm sorry to keep pausing, though. This make me think about other cases where women keep getting away with BS like this. Like, what was her name? Dominique Jones, that set up the NFL player. That basically the dude, the NFL player, I can't think of his name right now, but he ended up shooting her brother who was one of the people trying to rob him. Like, they try to break in his house. And they trying to charge him, but she's the one that's got text messages sending to her brother and all them to set this dude up to whoop his ass, motherfucking whoop his ass. But somehow she's not in jail, not in trial, and she lied on the stand on top of it, though, and I don't understand that. Like, what the fuck is going on out there?
Built on lies. The real trigger puller that night wasn't Tory at all, but Megan's best friend at the time, Kelsey.
We knew it.
Conveniently, before this new information could hit the public, Tory gets attacked and nearly lost his life. But no, fortunately for Tory, the story wouldn't end there. There are also reports of money being dropped on the attacker's books after the incident.
That's wild.
So now everybody is sitting back, connecting the dots. The internet is in flames, and Megan Thee Stallion is starting to catch heat, finally. People are starting to admit that her story wasn't adding up from day one. And she wasn't alone in the takedown of Tory Lanez. She allegedly had serious help from Desiree Perez and Jay-Z's Roc Nation. They're all being accused of helping orchestrate a takedown to silence Tory once and for all. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
I got you, boo.
Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
The rapper serving time for shooting Megan Thee Stallion is in stable condition tonight after allegedly being stabbed by another inmate in the prison yard in California. Sources say Tory Lanez was rushed to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. He's serving that 10-year sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion as they left an LA party back in July 2020. Priya Sridhar is joining us now. I mean, people know Tory Lanez. What happened here?
Hey, Holly, that's right. Well, we don't have a lot of information about this just yet, but what we do know from the spokesperson for that California Correctional Institute is that this attack occurred at around 7:20 this morning. They didn't give further information about exactly how Tory Lanez was stabbed or what the potential motivation could be or where he was stabbed, but they did say that staff immediately rendered medical aid. He was transported to a local hospital, and he is suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. However, several other media outlets, including the Los Angeles Times, are reporting that this was another inmate who used a shank to stab him several times. Now, just to jog your memory about what he was exactly doing in jail in the first place, as you mentioned, he is serving a 10-year sentence. He was convicted back in December.
And even if that's the case, like if it's proven that he shot her or whatever, even though now it's proven that he's not, he shouldn't be serving 10 years in the first place, because it hasn't even been 100% proven he shot her. They just went off of some little janky ass so-called evidence, but they didn't prove nothing. They just put an innocent man in jail like they always do.
Of 2022 on 3 different felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Now, this all stems from an incident back in July of 2020 when Megan Thee Stallion actually testified at the trial that he, after they were departing a party at Kylie Jenner's house, they were walking towards an SUV that they should have been riding back together in when he apparently shot at her feet and told her to dance in the driveway.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
Again, this is why mainstream media cannot be trusted. She literally lied about the whole story. They weren't walking to the car from Kylie's house when the incident happened.
They were.
They had already left her house. This incident did not occur on Kylie's property. But the way she just reported that, that's the message that she's giving out. Then she conveniently left out how Megan and her bestie got into a physical altercation that spilled out of the car in the streets, and that's when the gun appeared and went off. But they're going to keep saying Tory shot Megan when his DNA wasn't even on the weapon. They're not telling their audience that. And that female DNA belongs to one of the 2 females in the fight. And we all know who that female is.
Kelsey.
As Tory Lanez recovers in a hospital after a prison stabbing attack, his father and supporters gathered today to demand his release.
Former rapper was convicted of shooting Megan Thee Stallion.
He's not a former rapper. He's still rapping. He came out with a whole mixtape in jail. So how would he be a former rapper?
Christopher Hardo tells us about the claim of new evidence.
Bringing it to light now was made necessary by the events of this week.
Just days after rapper Tory Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was attacked in prison, his attorneys are calling on Governor Newsom to pardon or commute his sentence, insisting they have new evidence Lanez didn't shoot superstar Megan Thee Stallion, but it was instead her former best friend, Kelsey Harris. And they say Harris's one-time bodyguard, Bradley James, was spurred by conscience to come forward.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that
I don't understand why it took him so long to come forward and even tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? They've been saying for the longest that supposedly he didn't do it. So I just don't understand how they just let the man rot in prison while this lying-ass chick sitting here walking around free talking about star, heater. Wachachi was star, head ass. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make sense to me.
he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Walter Roberts says the statement aligns with another witness who saw 2 women fighting. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence after being convicted of shooting Stallion in the Hollywood Hills back in 2020. The singer testified against Lanez and in an op-ed wrote, quote, "Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment."
Because you was lying, bitch. Like, the fuck? I just love it, though, man. These motherfuckers like this is why men be saying women don't hold accountability, bruh. This is the exact reason why they say women do not hold accountability. Especially motherfuckers like this.
We didn't hear back from Stallion's attorney and couldn't reach Harris for comment. Lanez's lawyers say they've had the new evidence for months and were waiting on the appeals court to rule, but went public after he was stabbed in prison.
He was stabbed 14 times.
The rapper's father, Sunstar Peterson, says his son is recovering remarkably well, but recounted the story Lanez told him.
And I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me?"
And it's sad because we owe, y'all say, y'all motherfuckers owe Tory and his father and all of them an apology, bruh. Because y'all motherfuckers that's been on Tory's dick talking about he deserves to be in jail, he deserves this, this, and this. How do y'all feel now? Because y'all quiet as fuck right now. Y'all quiet as I don't know what right now. Y'all quiet as hell. I don't hear nobody talking. I don't count X or Twitter because that's a cesspool. But I don't hear you motherfuckers speaking loudly, though, talking about, it's because she's a black woman. Y'all don't protect black women. Remember y'all was saying that bullshit, talking about we don't be protecting, black men don't protect black women and all this shit. You remember y'all was spurting all that shit? Look at y'all stupid ass now. Look at y'all stupid ass now, right now. How do we not take, this is the reason why they don't protect black women a lot of times. Because of shit like this. You know how many times you see how he's a celebrity, and he ended up in jail like that. Just imagine how a regular dude that goes through false accusations goes through 10 times worse, I bet.
But God said no. God told him, do not give up.
The family and legal team insists Lanez was never given a fair trial, raising questions about the prosecution and investigation. But now say Lanez can't wait for the appellate process to play out. In downtown LA, Christy Fajardo, Fox 11 News.
Tory was absolutely railroaded. Anyone with a shred of common sense could see what was happening. The actual evidence and testimony never pointed at Tory Lanez at all. His DNA wasn't even on the weapon. But guess what was? Female DNA. And instead of doing their due diligence, they conveniently skipped testing Megan's friend to see if that DNA belonged to her. Also, key testimony that could have cleared Tory wasn't taken seriously. Then there's Kelsey, Megan's ex-bestie, who showed up demanding full immunity before saying a word. Full immunity. She knew the truth, but still twisted herself into knots to protect herself. I
got a question real quick, and I'm sorry to keep pausing, y'all. But if you got full immunity and it's been proven that you did a crime, can you still get prosecuted? I really want to know the answer to that. Please let me know in the comments.
Though she couldn't be prosecuted anyway, thanks to that sweetheart deal from the prosecution. Now fast forward, Kelsey's own bodyguard has come forward and said it plain. It was Kelsey who did this to Megan. According to his testimony, he couldn't stay quiet knowing what he knew while an innocent man is locked up, taking the fall for something he didn't do.
So you mean to tell me Kelsey shot her friend Megan Thee Stallion and not Tory Lanez? That's another reason why we don't have friends. Breaking news has just came out, y'all. Kelsey's bodyguard feels so bad and his conscience has been playing on him so hard. After Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times, this man done came forward and told the truth.
Amen.
This man been sitting in jail all this time and got stabbed. Yo, Kelsey pulled out the gun and fired off 3 shots and then somebody knocked the gun out of her hand, allegedly.
Now, a lot of Meg supporters didn't like it when I said that something wasn't right, that it didn't make sense that Meg had her back turned to Tory, yet she's going to testify that he pew-pewed her. How can you say that you were turned and still say in the same instance that you know who did what?
Exactly.
If he did not have pew-pew residue on his hands, how was it possible that he did this to her?
So Megan Thee Stallion knew Tory Lanez did not pew-pew her, and she proceeds to still lie about the whole time. You know who did this to you. You on motherfucking interviews and crying, acting a motherfucking fool like this man just a... Baby, I'm with Chris Brown. Free Tory Lanez. I don't care no more. I don't get how y'all really be okay with fucking up people's lives who literally, like, y'all be okay with messing up people's lives. 10 years in jail. Like, come on, be for real, for real. This man is an innocent man. Like he said, he was trying to stay quiet and, you know, not say nothing about this. Until y'all just kept going and going and going. The bodyguard said Kelsey pew-pew Megan. The story just wasn't adding up at first anyway, and it was just too much going on, too many lies back to back. Like, it was so many different stories. You just didn't know what to believe from the jump. I knew that Megan was lying, but I just didn't know it was gonna come to this. Like she actually knew who did this to her. That's just up. That's crazy because now an innocent person is in jail because you was mad or you just didn't want to be exposed for being a fucking liar. Like, it still came out.
Like I said years ago, Tory should have never left Kylie Jenner's house that night with Megan. That was the biggest mistake of his life. Megan was belligerent, drunk, and jealous.
As usual.
Even after sneaking behind her best friend's back.
And it's so crazy when you really think about it also. Nicki Minaj exposed her on that diss song talking about how she be a drunk, bumbling motherfucker. That's what I've been hearing. So, damn, Nicki was right too, huh?
Back to sleep with Tory, who was dealing with him before she was. Megan wanted all the attention and couldn't stand the thought of Kelsey getting any. Then she saw Tory and Kylie flirting at that party, and she lost it. That mix of jealousy, envy, and alcohol from somebody who couldn't handle their liquor was a complete disaster.
Crazy. He was about to get some Kylie Jenner cat too, bro. What the? Hey, Tory the man, bro. He done smashed Kelsey, Megan, and motherfucking was about to smash Kylie Jenner. Yeah, they was hating on him hard.
By Megan, who was combative and impulsive. Tory didn't even want to leave. He was trying to stay and chill at Kylie's house. But Megan couldn't let that happen. She got the driver to turn the vehicle around, went back in there, and got him to come back with her. And that right there, the biggest mistake of his life. He had no business being anywhere near those lying, conniving, jealous Jezebels. If he had stayed where he was, he wouldn't have been caught in the crossfire when Megan and Kelsey started going at it. No, she wouldn't have been able to make him the scapegoat. Then came the indictment. Tory believed the evidence, logic, and truth would clear his name. What he didn't count on was the full-force smear campaign. When feminism is involved, it's not about facts. It's about feelings, optics, and emotional manipulation. They'll lie, twist narratives, cry on cue, and play victim, even when they're dead wrong. And people will eat it up. Tory underestimated how far they'll go to destroy a man's life. We're talking about zero logic, zero fairness, zero common sense, just a mission. And now it's all starting to unravel. Listen, this will indeed backfire hard on both Kelsey and Megan. They both watched him get 10 years for something he didn't do. Yeah, they're going to pay for what they've done. And don't think it's a coincidence. Meg was riding high on top of the world, then went on tour, brought Glorilla with her, and now Glorilla is on top. The industry's already moving on. And Megan, she's about to learn firsthand what happens when they're done using you. Nothing good is gonna come from this. Nah, not after destroying a man's life and sending him to prison for 10 years over a lie. Just like so many others who've been buried by the same kind of manipulative, calculated deceit. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this mess below. Shout out to Daniel. I appreciate you, Daniel, for all of your support for the channel. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to like and share.
Man, I don't even know what to feel, bro. Not only Tory Lanez, but Chris Brown got arrested and accused of some assault type thing, and it's coming out that the girl lied, and Chris didn't choose to sue her, which Chris should sue her. And then on top of that, DDG going through his shit with Halle, which I think Halle's just being a conniving motherfucking baby mama. She's the typical conniving, jealous ass baby mama, because he was taking his son Halo everywhere and stuff with him, and now she got mad off of that. Now she's trying to claim DV and all this shit. Like, come on, man. I'm on DDG's side. I'm on Chris Brown's side. I'm on Tory Lanez's side, bro. I don't care who the fuck sees this. Rock Nation, it's a big fuck you if you really did that to Tory Lanez, because that shit's crazy. That just shows you how conniving y'all are. And I rock with Jay-Z too, bro. I love Jay-Z, man, but I can't rock with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care about you motherfucking Megan fans. What y'all call yourself? The hotties? The hotties? I don't care about none of y'all getting mad at what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the truth. The truth is the truth, bro. And y'all dead ass wrong for putting that man in jail for all this time, man. And I hope they release him expeditiously and put them two in jail expeditiously. And I said what I said. So, yeah, let me know y'all thoughts and feelings about it in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, y'all know the deal. Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal is in the comments. Definitely support your boy. And yeah, man, I'm saying nothing but truth though. When the facts came out, the facts is out. That's why I've been screaming free Tory since day one, man. And I don't care how much in your feelings you get. This is why, and to be honest, and I hate to say this, but this is probably why Kamala is not president, because a lot of these women run all the emotions. And I'm not saying she wouldn't have been a good choice. Technically, she wouldn't have been a good choice. Trump is not a good choice either. But to be honest, I would rather have the devil I know than the devil I don't know, if that makes sense. And y'all might think I'm crazy for saying that, but I'm not a Trump supporter, but Trump was the better option versus Kamala. Let's be real about that. But y'all get mad all y'all want. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not a Trump supporter, and I stress that enough. But otherwise than that, y'all, let me know your thoughts and feelings about it in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And, you know, we run the numbers up 5K and beyond. I appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. Stay safe. Stay great. Just watch yourselves out here. Kings, just focus on yourselves. And, you know, not all the queens are bad like this, but motherfuckers like Megan Thee Stallion, Kelsey, and stuff like that, and all these other broads that he acting all kind of crazy is insane, man. Because, you know, people will just do conniving, jealous stuff out of spite because you're doing way better than them, or you're not in their palm of their hands, especially. It's sad, though, man. You just got to protect yourself at all times, man. As always, y'all, live every day like your last. And great vibes, great day. Y'all be easy.
OG Panda Beats.